The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time was a masterpiece during its time, and it's still even considered a masterpiece today. When you hear the sound of Epona galloping across Hyrule Field and the ocarina fading in, it's instantly recognizable. This game has stolen the hearts of many people, including my own. This is my retrospective, and this is The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina. Okay, so I didn't want my retrospective to start the same way every other retrospective out there has started, but in all seriousness, I do genuinely have a profound connection to this game that goes beyond just being a good game or even having nostalgia for it. This game was literally the first game I had ever played, and it set the foundation for every game that I play in the future and how I feel about it. But before I get into the video, I just wanted to quickly discuss my history with the game before delving into the game itself, and just kind of talk about how this game has impacted my life. And also, I wanted to try throwing my hat into the pile of retrospective videos. There isn't much I can probably add that hasn't already been said about this game, especially with the massive amounts of retrospective videos that have been made about this game. Initially, I was going to create a video about Tears of the Kingdom and how much of a colossal failure and disappointment that game was for me. But instead, I decided to talk about a game that I genuinely enjoy. If I think back to how I viewed this game as a kid, I don't think I ever really thought to myself, like, man, these graphics are so cool. Just because, well, this was my first game that I had ever played. I didn't really have any idea of what a game was supposed to be like. I honestly just took the game for what it was, and I played the poop out of this game. But I wouldn't be playing this game alone. Growing up, one of the people I clung on to was my grandma. She was literally my best friend, and we'd spent so much time together when I was a kid. I don't think she really had a choice. The main thing we would always do whenever I would come over was we would play Ocarina of Time. We would get our drinks and our snacks. My grandma would always eat these circus peanuts and black taffy. You know what, now that I think about it, she didn't really have the greatest taste in candy. But we would just play Zelda. This was the game that I played throughout my childhood. Don't ask me why I had a bucket on my head, dude. I was a weird kid. And we just spent hours roaming across Hyrule Field, finding secret Skulltulas to gathering rupees for whatever item we were saving up for. And we did it together, and sometimes we would even pass the controller off to each other. I remember passing the controller off to my grandma whenever I would get scared or I just didn't know what to do next. And we would get so excited after defeating a boss together. It felt great. My grandma was like my real life Navi, except she just wasn't as annoying. Dude. Ugh. Okay, yeah. Dude, I know how to use a friggin' door. Yeah, okay. You see, this game actually helped me through one of the most challenging times in my life. On June 8th, 2005, I had woken up from having open heart surgery. I was born with a very complex heart. I have what's called a single ventricle heart, or a half a heart for the simple version. During this time, I remember being super scared, and all I really knew was that I had a bad heart, and I was in extreme pain. If it wasn't for my parents and my grandma, I would not have been able to get through everything the doctors had put me through. Whether it was testing or sleeping alone in my hospital bed with just my thoughts, I had no idea what was going to happen to me. These people were integral to my life. My mom always knew how to make me smile. My dad was awesome. He even got one of the nurses to roll in one of those TVs so I could play Zelda during my recovery. My grandma couldn't really say much without breaking down, and I don't blame her. I have no idea how they were able to stay so strong for me. If you guys are watching this, thank you. In a way, I kinda looked up to Link during my recovery. I mean, Link is the holder of the Triforce of Courage and tackles all the monsters and all the trials throughout the game, which showed me to be strong and courageous during my recovery. I mean, I literally wanted to be Link. This game means so much to me, more than just a game itself. Every time I play this game, I think of my family and all the things that they did for me. So, The Legend of Zelda to me isn't just a video game. It's an experience. It's an adventure. If you haven't played this game already, I highly recommend giving it a try. So, without further ado, this is my retrospective of The Legend of Zelda: Ocarina of Time.